What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I finally had a chance this week to plug the high road, and I also plugged the high road pearl. I don't know. The color matching's pretty good. Not gonna lie. So I was putting a bit of thought into these balls, how I wanted to drill them now. So I remember the Motive Fatal Venom. I did a 5-inch pin on that, and it wasn't enough. Like, it just wasn't enough. And then I dropped down to a 4-inch pin, and it was too much. So a 1-inch jump and pin the pap, I know that it does quite a bit, just that 1 inch. So the high road was a 5.5 pin up. So I think I'm gonna go with a 6. So it's just a 1/2 inch move. A 6 pin down, and then on the pearl, maybe a 6 1/4 pin up. I want this one to be super late, this one to be a little sooner, and see if they're both usable at Boston Bowl. That would be great if they were. So I'm going to lay these out, drill them, and then we'll go try them. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I got it. Finally! Finally! We got the Boston Bowl. Desert lanes. Balls that will work there. Keep me in the pocket. I don't have to do nothing weird. I can just be me. And the ball goes right where I want it to. Let's check it out. Alright, so before I turned the camera on, I quickly just threw both balls just to see like which ball was screaming, hey, use me, use me. So I threw them both a couple times, and it was the pearl. No surprise there. Pin up, pearl, that's what I'm used to. So that's what I used for, like, you know, the first little while, and then in the middle, or the middle towards the end, I was giving that pin down guy a try, and they both worked pretty darn good. I was able to keep it to the right. I had no overhooking. I was able to keep it in the pocket. It was awesome. I was able to slow my feet down. I stuck with my normal release. I didn't have to change my hand position. I was comfortable. I was balanced at the line. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it shows. Having the right ball and the right layout on it makes all the difference in the world. I was actually able to bowl straight with the Pearl. Just move to the right and throw it straight, and it would hook in, and I was like, wow, what? Yeah, that was the hybrid. That's the hybrid. Sometimes it's hard to tell. That was the hybrid. But the hybrid, I had to move left a little bit. And it was smooth and archy. It's just something I got to get used to. But it was nice. It didn't overhook. The hybrid is a 6 by 5.5 by 1.5 inches down. And then the Pearl was a 6 1/4 by 5.5 by 1.5 inches up. But look at this. And I must say the lanes weren't that bad today. So I can see these picking up a little bit when it gets hot out, but I still think I'm going to have no issue. Like, I really had to slow my feet down today. I mean, I had to throw a few bad shots in there. I wanted to show you that even my bad shots, I was still in the pocket. I was still on the right side of the pins, and that was my problem with all my other balls. Anything I brought to Boston Bowl, I would throw it to the right, it would overhook, and it would go Brooklyn, or I would have an impossible time trying to get it just even into the pocket. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. See, that hybrid was good today. And so was the Pearl. I don't know. The Pearl, I could just go a little bit straighter. And at a few times, there was a few moments where I wish they were just a touch stronger. So I was thinking for the Boston Bowl trio would be all three high roads. The Pearl, the hybrid, and the new solid. And I'll put like a 5 7/8 pin up on the hybrid. On the solid. And have those three in the bag for Boston Bowl with a fixed spare ball. And I should do all right there. Yeah, so the high road's on the way. The high road max solid. And I think with a 5 7/8 pin up, I'll have that for the beginning when the oil's fresh, and that thing should give me a little more. And then I have the hybrid, which would be a step down from that, which is a pin down. It's a little smoother, a little archier. And then we have the Pearl, which is a 6 1/4 pin up. So that one gives me length for days. And it's a pleasure to throw. Actually, both of them were awesome to throw today. Even though the lanes weren't as bad as they get. But they're usually within a range. I know they're going to be good. But something kind of just snapped. It kind of just triggered in my head, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So by drilling balls, trying them, plugging them, drilling them again, trying them again, I'm learning a lot about, how these balls work, what's acceptable and what's not for me. And hopefully I can help another two-hander or someone else out there who is struggling like I am. So obviously, I'm right-handed, I leave the 10 pin a lot. A real lot. So at a regular bowling alley that has tons of oil, this thing will scoot, no problem, and I have no problem getting that 10 pin out. But at Boston Bowl, I start rolling this thing, and if you think because it's a plastic ball that it doesn't hook, that's wrong. So obviously I started off with a Motive Midnight Sniper. It's got like this little tiny core at the top, and it's urethane, and with urethane it digs in. So it wasn't working out for me. I said I want to try like a plastic ball. So I started looking, and I found this one with Mr. Mo on it. So my first one was 12 pounds. I brought it to a pro shop. I said, hey, this is my spare ball. I need it drilled. And they punched some holes in it. Didn't ask for my PAP. They don't care. It's like, okay, here it is. Figured out that 12 pounds isn't enough. And also they don't make performance bowling balls in 12 pounds. You have to go at 14 to 16. So I was like, all right, 14 pounds it is. We're going to start there for a while anyway. So I got this in 14. And I copied exactly what the pro shop did, because this was a long time ago. I just got the drilling stuff. I had no idea what I was doing. I still really don't, but I'm getting closer. But I'll tell you what I see with this ball is when I roll this thing, it starts scooting, and I'll throw it to the right as hard as I can. It'll start scooting down the lane, and then it stands up. You see it too. You see it happen. It stands up, and then it starts walking left. Not like a lot, but it walks left enough to miss that 10 pin every single time. And it drives me nuts. And the only time I get lucky is, and I'm sure you guys have had this happen to you, when you throw it to the right and you're right on the edge of the gutter. It's like about to fall in, but it's trying to hold itself. And when that happens, sometimes it'll hold on the edge of the gutter long enough where I'll get the 10 pin. And it's complete luck. That's all it is. So I want to try getting another spare ball, because I want to see the difference side by side. I want to throw a ball, get a 10 pin, and then try this. Throw another ball, get another 10 pin, and then use the other spare ball and see if there's a visual difference. And I'm gonna try to get another plastic ball from Radical, maybe even this one again, because it's cheap. It's like 70 or 80 bucks, or less. But I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do a 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 by 1.5 inches up on my spare ball. And I bet you I get that 10 pin out. Because that little pancake core at the top does do something. It does. I'll argue anyone. It does something. You see it happening. So that's something for future. I don't know. I just figured any other two-handers out there that are having problems catching that corner pin, you might want to look into your spare ball. Because that's what I'm going to do. Because I can't get it. But yeah, I found it. Finally! I've been saying it for a while, and now I got it. I have balls that I can use at Boston Bowl. Score. Wait. Don't you leave yet. So for those who stuck around to the end of the video, I'm going to give this away. 14-pound Motive Trident Nemesis. And yes, I know. I should not have drilled on the plugged area like that. So that's probably the weakest link. And it may not, but that could possibly fall apart. But not right away. It's gonna take a little while. But if the ball takes too many hits to that spot, like, you know, in the gutter or something, and it hits a whatever, it might fall apart. But whatever, you can get it re-drilled, replugged, and drilled somewhere else. So I re-drilled this because I had a 5-inch pin and a 4.5 PSA to PAP, and I started drilling those storm balls after, and every time I drill a ball, I learn a little bit more. So I already know I don't need to go test this. This has a 5.5 by 5.5 by 1.5 inches up. It's an asymmetric. It's a medium to heavy oil ball. It is way too much for me. And I do not. This is a $175 ball. I don't want to make Swiss cheese out of it. I'd rather just give it to somebody that will use it. I think I'm going to stay away from asymmetrics for a while because they're a little bit much for me anyway. So if you're interested in this ball, you know, give the video a thumbs up first, of course, but leave a comment in the comments below. It will be the first person to comment will get the ball. But then you'll also have to go to my email, jayevans85@outlook.com, and send me your shipping address so I know where to ship it to. But don't bypass the YouTube comment, because that's what I'm going to be looking at first, not the first email, the first comment. And I'm getting a little bit better at this shipping bowling balls thing. Last time I used shipmybowlingball.com, and it's about $20. That's the only thing I'm going to ask for. Just, you know, throw me the shipping money and you can have this ball. You can send it to my PayPal or whatever, which I'll talk to you in the email. But it's cheap because they obviously kick it around. So all the new balls that I've been getting, I've been saving the plastic bags and the boxes. So I have a bag, a box to put it in, and then another box to put it in. So it'll be double boxed and bagged. And I'll use that Ship My Bowling Ball, $20, and I'll send it out. But the last 3 people I shipped balls to, they all got them. And they were all intact from what I understand. Which is good. But yeah, see you later.